So I'm just going to wait and see if anybody shows up. It is 8 o'clock in the morning. Dum 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 dum. You know, since it's 8 o'clock in the morning, I have nothing to do. Because yesterday, yeah, we're just going to wait until we see if we get any people. Don't get no people, then we'll just not worry about it. But I'm just going to wait and see if anybody kind of pops in and says, hey. Because what I want to talk about today is transparency, honesty in business, well, maybe business ethics. The business ethics that I show are not the business ethics that Google shows. Relevancy, communication, there's all kinds of neat things. I might have to wait till 2 o'clock in the morning. Yesterday, I showed up at 2 in the morning, and I kind of ranted about the issues I was having, and probably made no sense to anybody watching. So what I wanted to do today was to systematically go through and show the evidence for what I was talking about yesterday. Hey, I see someone's here. I'm just waiting for some people to show up. My name is Lord Robin Ariel Ross St. Clair Holgate. I am a musician, an author, and a small business owner. And today I want to talk a little bit. Okay, popped in, popped out. That's interesting. Okay, it seems we have 4 people in here, so I guess I can get started. My name is Lord Robin Ariel Ross St. Clair Holgate. I'm a musician, an author, small business owner. I think it's been a tough 10 years for everybody. And if you go back 3 years, things have really gotten tough. And in the last year, probably in North America, with everything jumping, it's gotten harder and harder and harder. But what I want to talk about today is a little bit about business ethics, and large conglomerates like Google. And you know, okay, yesterday I ranted a little bit and probably made absolutely no sense to anybody. And for some reason, we ended up running for 5 hours. It was went from 4 people to none. Huh. Interesting. Oh, 1 back now. We just had 4 people, went to 0 and went back to 1. So if you guys could type or let me know if you're even here. I wanted to systematically and back to 0. Okay. Interesting. Paperback. Hey, how you doing? I'm going to start over. We had a bunch of people and they all disappeared. So, I mean, either people jump in and want to hear what I have to say or they don't. And I don't really want to waste my time. So I'll tell you who I am. I'm Lord Robin Ariel Ross St. Clair Holgate. I'm a musician, an author, and a small business owner. And what I want to talk about today is ethics in business. And it sounds boring. Believe me, it's not. And back to 0. The ethics I'm talking about is Google and large conglomerates like Facebook, Google, and the digital world where we've gone. So I own Robin Aerial Transport. We're a transport moving company. We are mostly in the moving business in Kamloops, British Columbia. Google has completely destroyed my business. Now, I've done this for 10 years. It's how I make my living. It's how I pay my bills. And it took me 10 years to basically build up so that I had a profile that was staying in the top 5. So if you searched for moving companies, or you searched for movers, or you searched for Robin Aerial Transport, we always showed up first page, number 5. Now I'm going to walk you through everything that's happened in the past couple of weeks and how they have 100% destroyed my company and how they're doing it. Not just to me. Don't think that I'm just saying, hey, this is all about Robin. This is not about me. This is about small business. This is about business ethics that Google is doing. Google wants to talk about transparency. They want to talk about relevancy. They want to talk about information being correct and true. Really? Google has everything they know about us. Not to mention our phones. So they know exactly where I'm standing or sitting or walking or talking. And we're back to 0. Well, that's okay. So I'm just going to make this short and sweet then, because, otherwise it's just going to be a long waste of time for me too. So I'm going to grab this. About a month ago, we started having problems with Google business profiles. I was getting less calls, whatnot, not understanding why we're not getting as many calls, blah, blah, blah. So anyways, a couple of days ago, they switched to Google Maps. As soon as they switched to Google Maps and they started doing their complete reversal, you know what? Fuck it. I'm not even going to bother. Here we go. So this has been ongoing for over a week. That's start number 1. This is how many times I contacted Google in regards to a business profile. Actually, there are 7 case IDs. So at this point in time, we're down to 3. So they just kept getting rid of them and saying, okay, moving on. So as of yesterday, we have reached this. And if you notice at the top, it says no available verification. Now, I've been around for 10 years, built up a reputable company. In progress, October 31st, 2:24 a.m. Got an email yesterday, and we'll get to that. I'm just showing you that in progress, October 31st, 2024, 7:15 a.m. So practically for the past 3 to 4 days, all I've been doing is worrying about this and trying to figure this out. So the first one basically shows the ID numbers. Now we're down to one case ID number. The second one I showed you says we're still working on a support case for you to contact us about a different issue, continue next step. So we didn't do that. On the third one, it says fix location marker and verify. Now, how we got here in the first place was our location marker. It jumped from Kamloops, British Columbia to 354 miles from Kamloops. Don't believe me? Let's grab this thing here. Okay. If I was to research moving companies in Kamloops, British Columbia, or look up Robin Aerial Transport, on the orange piece right there, you can see that from my location. Now, Google talks about transparency and about relevancy. And relevancy seems to be their new word. So in order to be relevant, if you are in a certain location looking for a certain service or product, you're going to want to get the ones that are closest to you. If you looked at this page, and this is just 4 of them, 450 feet from my location, 1.1 miles from my location, and 0.5 miles from my location. Robin Aerial Transport is 354 miles from my location. Now that maybe should have been 3.5 or 1.5 or 354 feet, but not 354 miles. So where they've stuck me is the middle of British Columbia. In other words, no longer relevant. So I went from the top of the Google listings, and sometimes even as good as number 3 or number 4, but consistently number 5 to number 8 for the past 10 years. And now we're completely gone. Okay, so I'm going to quickly do this because it would appear that people are bored by this. Are you really? I'm going to read out each one of these as we go. I want the world to be able to see exactly how Google is destroying small business. How are they destroying small business? Very simply. Thanks for contacting Google Business Profile Support. I'm routing your query to a specialist on another team who's best equipped to address your questions. Should you hear from us, thank you, Google Business Profile Team. Yes, please, I desperately need to get these issues sorted out. Robin Holgate, Robin Aerial Transport. Here's our second response from Google. Thanks for contacting Google Business Profile Support. I'm routing your query to a specialist on another team who is best equipped to address your question. Should you hear from us, you should hear from us soon. Thank you, Google Business Profile Support Team. Here's what I wrote. The issue of re-verification, not verified again. So that means that at least 3 times in the past week, every time they've verified me, they've unverified me. The issue of re-verification, not verified again, and our Google Map location of not being anywhere near Kamloops, even though we are in Kamloops, bringing in the question of relevancy. I've gone from first page to nowhere. Customers cannot find me, and you're destroying a business of over 10 years. This is my reputation, my only means financially, and I have 23 5-star reviews. I cannot even respond to the last review, and I've done nothing wrong. You have systematically destroyed my business. Please fix this issue before I go bankrupt. Then I sent them another email saying that I found the issue of relevancy, because they said it has to do with relevancy. Okay, yeah, I'm reading you, Buzz. And I will record this. I want you to know that. And that's exactly right. I went and started researching to see, I thought, well, this is just a problem that I've got, a glitch. And when I started researching it, I found people in England, one guy in England is actually located in North America. Town of the same name, poof, he's over in America. He can't get, his business is being run into the ground. He walks out the door and he's crossed the Atlantic. He said if he could do that for real, yeah, suggest corrections on the map. But then you can go back in and you can look to see if if a user has asked, has suggested an edit, and whether you're going to accept that edit or not. But I agree with you, and maybe they're not even showing people the edits. People are just doing it. It would appear that we've started moving wars here, because I mean you can go through the list. Like I said, it's a small town, 100,000 people. Therefore, there's only like 6 major companies that are all vying for the same work. Out of that, we have honest people and dishonest people. Yeah. Competitor can. Oh yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. No, absolutely. Do I feel like I got targeted? Oh, absolutely. So, anyways, I found the issue of relevancy. Google Maps stated 354 miles instead of 354 feet. Therefore, instead of showing my business location in Kamloops, it shows it so far away that I'm no longer relevant to a mover search in Kamloops, and it puts me at the bottom instead of the top of the list. Please help re-verify and fix my location. Well, every time that they've re-verified, they've unverified. So thank you for contacting Google Business Profile Support. Live video calls are no longer, and this is as of today. So this would be 1:58 a.m. in the morning. Thank you for contacting Google Business Profile Support. Live video calls are no longer available verification method for your business profile. Please navigate to your business profile and follow the prompts to be verified via the methods offered to you. My response, thank you for your email, but no verification methods or prompts were offered to me. So what do I do now? Robin Holgate, Robin Aerial Transport. So that's that one there. And there's where we end up. No more ways to verify. All verification methods have been attempted. If you need help, contact support. Contact support. They don't get back to you. They don't talk to you. If they do, it's now by email. They just keep sending it to a specialist. Meanwhile, we don't exist. Yeah, I know. So where we've ended up is completely screwed by Google. There's a number of companies that have double profiles. They have no issues. There is one business that has 6 businesses listed at the same address. There's another business that has stuffed his legal business name to show up higher on the Google ratings and Google searches, all of which go against Google policy. I've never gone against Google policy. I've followed everything exactly the way they want it and exactly how they want it. So, do I have a competitor that's possibly attacking my business? Yeah, more than likely. 23 5-star ratings. And that doesn't sound like a lot, but believe me, over the years, that's hard to do. So any business that has 157 Google 5-star reviews, lie, especially if they've only been here 5 years. I've been here 10 years. We started in 2013. So our business has been really picking up. And one good thing I will say about Google, and this is about the only good thing, is that while we were at the top of our page and while we were located in Kamloops, I was able to, they now can have a system for asking for reviews. So you're able to send it to the messenger that, when you talk to your client, you message them and say, yeah, we're on our way, or yeah, we're, doing this or doing that. So you've already, it's easy and seamless to send them a review and have them go to your Google review and do it. So in the past probably month, we've received like 3 or 4 5-star reviews. Obviously, that pissed somebody off, and either they're attacking my business or Google has just totally screwed up. But however, I think this is systematically destroying a business because they do not care. Absolutely do not care. And their communication is horrible. For anybody that's gone to university, you've taken an ethics course. Unbelievable. Unbelievable ethics from Google. There's nothing there that is redeeming. No redeeming qualities whatsoever. And as far as communication goes, when you have somebody in Argentina or India or Spain or wherever they're from, trying to deal with your business in Kamloops, British Columbia, Canada, they don't have a clue. Not a clue. I actually managed to talk to somebody yesterday. I don't know how, because I've tried to find that number again. I've tried to figure out how I got there in the first place. But anyways, she was very nice. She was in Spain. She spoke English. And she had the empathy. She said, hey, I totally understand. This is very important. I'm going to have this expedited. And she said that she found my business profile, and I said, that's great. But she can't see that it's 354 miles. The marker location is 354 miles away from Kamloops, because she's in Spain. Of course, it's going to show as being 1,000 whatever, right? So was it a user who pushed it out there, or was it a Google mistake? Instead of putting feet, they put miles. I don't know. But as soon as you get into this glitch, you can't get out of it. And they've effectively destroyed your business, because there is absolutely no way. If I try to set up a new profile, then they'll flag it. If I can't get verified on this one, because they've already verified 3 times, but every time that I've tried to relocate the marker to where it needs to be, they've unverified. So it's absolutely no way of of fixing it. Okay, well, I think that's about all I'm going to do because I've basically gone through everything. I've showed you each and every aspect of this, and there's really nothing else I can say about Robin Aereo Transport other than the fact that Google has, in the last month, completely destroyed my business. So, well, completely destroyed my presence online, which is going to destroy my business. Absolutely no doubt about that. I mean, if you're not there, people can't see you. I remember 10 years ago, people used to walk up to us. They'd walk up to our truck and they'd be like, "Oh, how much does it cost to move? Can you move us? Blah blah blah." Everything was, people knew people. Everything was word of mouth in this town. And so the more established companies did really well. Then we reached a point where companies were helping each other. If the job was too big, I sent it to another company. If uh, a job was too small, they sent it to me. So we worked together. And now that seems to have gone away too, because now everybody is trying to deal with what they have to deal with. So buzz off. I really appreciate you chatting with me. I really appreciate the fact that at least you understand what I'm talking about. Because it does sound a little confusing and it gets people a little bit uh, concerned when we're talking about the big names here, especially when you talk about Google and, well, YouTube's owned by Google. So, yeah, I appreciate it. So, anyways, I don't want to make this really long because I want to just deal with this. I'm going to come back on another live. Maybe we'll do some music or something. But I really wanted to get out there and show how Google is destroying businesses, regardless of whether they mean to, have an intent to, or not. It doesn't matter. That's what they're doing. Okay, so I'm gonna kill this live feed and we're gonna move on.